everybody. Welcome to Kyle is Famous. Kyle wakes up. He's famous. He is a host for the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. Top Tech noted Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal traits. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Kyle's first decision in the morning was made wisely. Exit the bed. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around the room. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark, and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important his appearance is. Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. Chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. Kyle opened the side drawer on his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. Are you a mother? What are some diet tips? What's your funny story? Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure? He ripped the page out of his notes and got up from the desk. Scavenged, crouched on the floor, realized he immediately needed to walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Open fridge, prepare breakfast, eat. The apartment. Visit tech store. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techo Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Okay. We asked the attendant whether or not they offered free samples to important customers. The attendant gave Kyle a confused and slightly vacant look. Kyle began to beg for a free sample. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed a desperate phone meant for spare parts and held it out. Sitting across from his host's chair was a glamorous woman the air of genuineness. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," he said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here," Kyle responded. Answer politely. I am as well, Rachel," answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. "You are a most welcome guest." Shake hands. After another mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after sitting, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. "Good evening, everyone," said Kyle, looking at the camera. "Welcome to Stay Up Late with Kyle," introduced Rachel. "Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction." Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. "Hello, Kyle," she said. "I'm glad to be here." "Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in." "I'm very ready," Rachel said with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. "Are you a mother?" "Rachel, I and many others would love to know, are you a mother?" Kyle looked up from his notes. "Well, being a single woman with a career," she answered, "that's not something that has crossed my mind." Rachel genuinely smiled at Kyle. "Very reasonable indeed," said Kyle. He referred to his papers of questions. Kyle asked another question. "What are some dieting tips? Rachel, you managed to keep such a thin, healthy figure. What's your best diet tip?" "Well, a good diet starts with a plan. Yes, a good plan starts with a diet," answered Rachel. "And don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a habit." "But," she continued, "that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed." She smiled. Kyle looked at his flabby self and decided not to comment, and moved on. Guilty pleasure? We all have one. What's your guilty pleasure? Ooh, that's an easy answer. Dipping pickles into chocolate sauce. It might sound strange, but it's tangy and sweet at the same time. I eat it far too often. Rachel smiled sweetly. Kyle asked another question. "You've been involved in a lot of different things, but what's your funniest story?" "Well, that's a great question, Kyle. I think the story I always remember is the first time I tried to make dinner for my family. In the soup I made, I swapped out the water with milk and tipped the whole jar of salt into the pot. When my family was sick from trying to eat it, I swiped their things and locked myself in my room." Rachel laughed elegantly. Kyle decided to move on. After reading his final questions, Kyle looked up from his paper. "Well, Rachel, I think that's I think that's all I was planning on asking you." "If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return?" Rachel asked Rachel, smiling one more time. "Do you prepare for all your interviews in advance? Because you seem very together." Before Kyle could answer, the cameras shut down and the broadcast was over. Kyle returned home, knowing the interview has gone well. But as he lay in bed, he drifted asleep. He felt that perhaps something was still missing. Kyle was prepared very well. Okay, let's try another one. Browse social media, read article, read more. Okay, so read all the articles. Choose an outfit. Let's go with jeans and swimming goggles. Fashion forward, casual style. You can barely see out of the goggles. the desk, check the drawer. Small key. Back to desk. Back to room. Hallway. Locked door. Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open. After smashing his features into the solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained several short-term amnesia. Kyle walked to the hallway. Okay. Resources. Clump through damp piles of filth and mold on the floor. For anything helpful. He found a few bits of crumbs and old shoes. Kyle found something much more important. Indeed, it was the corpse of Henry, a friend that had gone missing years ago, while at Kyle's house. Was glad to see him again, but was unsure whether to interrupt such an important day with Henry business. Kyle hoisted Henry onto his shoulders and took him outside. Kyle began dragging Henry's body down the straight, dry, many stairs. Kyle knew exactly where he needed to take Henry's corpse. On a lovely play date, just the two of them. Kyle and Henry started out the arcade. Kyle used Henry's arms to operate the joysticks and push buttons. After 5 or 6 different games, the two friends had enough tickets for a single candy bar. They took their prize to the local park for eating. Kyle tried to feed some of the chocolate bar to Henry, but Henry seemed to not have an appetite. After eating, Kyle noticed a nearby fairground. He dragged Henry over. Kyle tried to figure out a way to swing Henry on the swing set, but lacking the ability to grip, Henry kept falling out. Instead, Kyle started to lug Henry to the top of the slide and shove him down time and time again. Finally, Kyle took Henry to the movies to see popular films as their pockets change allowed. Kyle quickly found that he had no pocket change, so he searched through Henry's corpse until he found his wallet. Kyle brought 2 tickets to a love romance. After getting inside, Kyle left Henry to go find a restroom. By the time Kyle had finished using the restroom, he had forgotten that he brought Henry along. Kyle watched a love by romance by himself. Henry's corpse sat on a bench in the atrium. While Kyle was in the movie, a beautiful thing happened. Henry's corpse, imbued with power and friendship and love, was reanimated. Henry's old, rotten flesh gained color and life. His fingernails regrew. His missing eye came back. By the time the movie was over, Henry was able to greet Kyle with a large, friendly hug as his old self. Kyle was confused, but delighted that his long-lost friend had met him. On his way out the theater, the two of them made plans to get drinks together and parted ways for the day. Kyle returned home, forgetting about the interview with Rachel. Okay. Decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered away successfully and died. Kyle is now a ghost. This doesn't seem to relieve him of his responsibility. Okay, so now he's a ghost. Scavenge. Bugs. Pick between the fuzz of the carpet, between a stray beetle or two. He has a handful of small, various insects. Save for later. Kyle smashed the wriggling mass for later use. Okay. Check drawer. Check drawer. Check drawer. Back to room. Exit to hallway. Leave apartment. Hunt around. Kyle felt a sudden pull in his heart. He had abandoned his job as a ghost. He was filling his spooky, ethereal role that he'd accepted while laying in bed this morning. Kyle realized he had no other choice. He must spend the rest of his day spooking about. He decided to make a plan where to spook. Neighbor, Kyle believed that Gabby would be delighted to have him spook about a bit. I started to slowly creep to Gabby's door in a very spooky way. He crouched by Gabby's door, cooing quietly and waiting for her to leave so he could cause her a spook. It didn't take long. Soon Gabby exited her apartment and started walking towards her car. Kyle crept behind her, invisible to all senses. Gabby opened the driver's side door and got in. She seemed to be leaving for some errands, while Kyle was struck with a wonderful idea. Kyle started to run back to the back of Gabby's car. Perhaps if he could catch her before she left, he could hide in the trunk. Kyle could make noises as she drove. He could follow her around on her errand, knocking over small objects nearby. Gabby put the car in reverse and floored the accelerator. Invisible to all senses, Kyle was crushed underneath the back tires, causing a large bump. Gabby figured she hit the curb. She put the car into forward and floored the accelerator again. Kyle became locked in an endless loop of Gabby trying to move her car out of the parking space, but being run over repeatedly. As the days started to wane and it closer to the time of Rachel's interview, Kyle ceased to be a ghost per normal. Gabby neither noticed nor stopped. Kyle was forced to conduct Rachel's interview while being run over. Kyle's crew moved to the filming set to Gabby's apartment. Rachel appeared. Kyle asked her many questions, and they shared several laughs. The interview was successful. The sound of Gabby flooring her car accelerators drowned out the large section of the episode. Okay. Exit to bed. So we have this one here that's constantly there. And I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna choose an outfit. No. Cancel. Open the closet. Dang it. Okay. Sit to the desk. Check the drawer. Flashlight. Back to the desk. Back to the room. Next to the hallway. Kitchen. Pantry. Wait, there was a keyhole? Bedroom. Desk. Drawer. Small key. Back to desk. Back to room. Hallway. Kitchen. Pantry. Use the smallest key. The pantry door unlocked, creaked as if it hadn't moved in years, but eventually opened. Inside was an assortment of canned goods and grains. Kyle's pantry stored his massive amount of bottled lard. Chug it. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across the chair was a glamorous woman. Crouch. More. Interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that the time was registered. Start broadcast. Introduce Rachel. Become Rachel May. However, said Kyle, suddenly driven that Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to this show. She did not walk in here before me. In fact, I am Rachel May. Rachel looked Kyle confused, silently mouthed, "You are who?" Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arms high above him, pointing upwards. "I have never been Kyle. I have never been the host of the show Stampede with Kyle. I am here for but one reason, to interview myself." Sat down on the shows and went over to produce the notes he had taken earlier. He had not bothered to prepare any notes to the interview. Realizing he did not know how to handle the situation, Kyle began sweating profusely, but he continued. "Is your name Kyle?" Silence did not end. The cameras continued to roll. Nobody moved or speak. Eventually, Rachel got out of her chair and walked off screen. One by one, the members of the crew followed suit. Eventually, Kyle was left in the studio, camera still running, silently sitting in frame. The episode stayed late with Kyle became the longest episode in television history. Kyle continued to sit in front of the camera all night and in the morning, wishing it would end. As evening fell again, the crew shuffled back in one by one, getting in places to film the episode for that day. Kyle continued to sit motionless, cameras rolling as the crew chatted about their days and got in position. Eventually, the crew officially started the next episode. Kyle was prompted to introduce himself again. Kyle was produced an incredibly artistic episode. Okay. So, exit the bed. Sit at the desk. Check dress drawer. Flashlight. Key. Notes. Guilty. Okay. Back to the room. Next to the hallway. Kitchen. Pantry. Key. Look in pantry. Ignore pantry. Check pantry. Open pantry. Grab lard. Back to kitchen. Open fridge. Crust on fridge wall. Back to kitchen. Ready to set. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. It became apparent to Kyle that no intention of leaving Rachel, made some excuses, and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Okay. Okay, exit the bed, open the closet, choose an outfit, skunk flesh, desk, interview notes, okay, back to desk, turn to room, bugs, more, better use, kitchen, fridge, back to kitchen, turn to hallway, turn to bedroom. Good evening, Kyle. Okay. Let's go with the crazy type. Introduce Rachel. Kyle vomited all the horrible things he'd eaten earlier. Rachel looked at Kyle concerned, gave him a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped and vomited again, thinking to do with a shaky voice. Become Rachel. I've never been Kyle. I'm here for one reason. My mother, well, in fact, motioning to Rachel, one of my children is sitting next to me. Okay! I mother give me a big hug, daughter. After a moment, Roma shrugged, stood up, gave Kyle a hug. Interviewed continued. Kyle talked about his proposed racing of Rachel. times together, Rachel engaged in the interview with embrace, answering questions the best she could and enjoying every moment. In this episode, Rachel's childhood family became a debated topic in her fan base. Okay. Mystery. Okay. Exit bed, open closet, choose an outfit, suit of armor. Sit at the desk, write interview notes. Are you a mother? Diet tips, funny story, guilty pleasure. Back to room. Scavenge, gossip. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip at Country Fair. More. Every night. I join a mask that looks like a bug and bright mysterious. Quite enough. Hallway. Empty kitchen. Open fridge. Eat condiments. More. Okay. See excess condiments across the kitchen. Covering the walls. Now continued until all the condiments have been emptied. Turned out wet. To politely shake hands. Gossip about neighbor. Rachel also saw on the cameras, stared at her hands, and wondered when she was going to be introduced. The producer started cutting to different camera angles to break the tension. Gal continued to remain silent and stared forward blankly. After several minutes, neighbor Gabby walked down onto the set. Hi everyone, my name is Gabby. I am not a bug vigilante. False! Kyle looked at Gabby and then returned to staring forward. Gabby began to reply, but was interrupted by a bug-shaped intercom on her belt. Bug girl, it squawked. A robbery in progress on East 3rd. Report in. Gabby threw the intercom on the ground and smashed under her foot. After a bit, she spoke again. Something has come up suddenly, so I must go. She left Lucy. Well, that's all the time tonight. Thanks. Rachel shook her hand again and walked past the cameras, leaving her alone. End of the broadcast. Masterpiece of television. Stay late. Online pages was updated to reflect. Very, very busy. Okay. Exit the bed. Scavenge for bugs. More. Save for later use. Back to there. Sit at the desk. Back to room. Exit the hallway. No. Scavenge. Gossip.
What are you so happy about?
Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Skunk flash. Okay. Hallway. Move to kitchen. Fridge. Prepare breakfast. Eat. Turn to kitchen. Turn to hallway. Leave apartment. Interviewed. Answer politely. Shake hands more. Gossip about neighbor. I'm hoping that now I'll be able to bring out the bugs to Bug Girl. No? Okay. Open the closet, choose an outfit, slick shoot. Damn. Skip. Okay. Exit bed. Open closet. Choose an outfit. Select suit. Back to bedroom. Sit at the desk. Check the drawers. Sort of change. Back to desk. Nope. Check the drawers. Flashlight. Back to desk. Check the drawers. Small key. Back to desk. Back to room. Scavenge. Resources. Scavenge. Bugs. Starving himself. Okay. Oh, I want to try leave apartment. Downstairs neighbor. Every answer she'd like to hit guy unexpectedly. Consume. Tohei. Give review. Example this phone. Return to apartment. Return to bedroom. Scavenge. Exit hallway. Dang it, I forgot to put on clothes. So let me bed, open the closet, choose an outfit, casual, back to there. I want to go leave apartment, downstairs neighbor, consume Gabby, tech, tech store, steal, tugs from railroad free, leaving one foot, one leg behind. He was staring bewildered and ran outside. Okay, check locked door. Gym. Okay. Okay. So we've got good interview, no food, no clothes. Techo Jim, spooked Gabby, gossip, helped Henry, made art, and great mystery. So this is probably something to do with also Gabby, or no food, no clothes, maybe no notes. I don't know. It's a normal thing with no notes. I don't know what this blue one is either. But for now, that will be all. I will probably be streaming later today as well. So until then, goodbye.